I'm funny. I think as time goes by on this channel, you might discover that I'm hilarious. At least my sister thinks I'm funny. My best friend thinks I'm funny. They laugh at all my jokes. I could literally go. Hey guys, and welcome to my YouTube channel. Finally, I get to say it. I've been wanting to say it for the longest time, but you know how we we make up excuses like, I don't have equipment, I don't have a camera, I don't have a good background, I don't have, and you compare yourself to people who have been YouTubing, people who can afford to buy cameras, and time for excuses is over, sister B. It's over. We're here now. We're doing it. And I'm so sorry for those of you who've been waiting for a long time.
And I don't care a damn.
Let's get to know me. My full name is actually Bernice Madonsela, aka the B, aka Big Sister, aka Benz of the B. A lot of people don't know that Busisi is actually my first name. I grew up being called Bernice, so I only found out when I was like 10 or something like that my first name is actually Busisiwe. And I never used that name until I got to varsity, when people started butchering the pronunciation of my name. I would tell people my name is Bernice, and it was just hopeless because people would ask, you know, when they're not sure what you just said, so they're like, Dennis? One guy even went as far as referring to me as the male genitalia. I mean, I know it kind of rhymes, but like, how do you even like where do you get the audacity to say it out loud? Obviously, my name is not the P word. Like, are you serious? So a lot of people whom I went to varsity with refer to me as Wusi because it's much easier to pronounce, and really, I just could not stand to have my name butchered any further. So I do prefer being called Bernice because that's what I'm more familiar with. I'm from a small town called Middelburg, Mpumalanga in South Africa, and that's where I was born and bred, and that's where I'm currently residing, unfortunately. Unfortunately, not because it's a bad town, it's actually a really decent town to live in. I just felt like I never wanted to live where I grew up. It's always been a dream of mine to like move to another town and start a whole new, cooler life. But yeah, Middelburg is a really decent town. I think it won Town of the Year one of these years. I studied mechanical engineering at Tshwane University of Technology, so I'm currently holding a diploma in that field. I'm, however, not practicing or rather using that diploma at the moment. Not because I don't want to, but I feel like maybe it's not God's will for my life yet, or maybe it will never be God's will for my life to be in that field. I'm not 100% sure yet, but obviously I am applying. Anybody with a degree or a diploma knows that you wake up on a daily, you're on LinkedIn, you're on all these sites submitting your CV. Every 3 months you update your CV, you update your certification documents and all of that. But I just haven't had any luck in that department as yet, or God just hasn't opened any doors for me with that regard. But I am not dormant. I am an entrepreneur. I own an online store called Style013. I'm wearing one of my tops right now, so if you want to purchase one, please do check us out on Instagram and Facebook at style013_. Obviously you can't shop with us right now, only after the lockdown, but yeah, please do check us out. Why did I start a YouTube channel? I think one of my favorite things to do in this life is to speak, and I think I know that I'm pretty good at speaking. This one guy was just telling me a few weeks ago, and he's like, I was watching this other promo video that I did for an event here in Middelburg, and he was like, you really know how to speak, why aren't you using that talent? And it hit home like, yeah, hey, I'm sitting on a talent. I'm displaying my talent before swine. I'm wasting a God-given talent. So this is me adhering to the wake-up call and using my talent on a platform that is so accessible and so user-friendly and where opportunities are just limitless, really. So it's something that I've really been wanting to do for years, and I've been scared to do it, especially alone. That's why some of you will know that we have a YouTube channel. My best friend and I have a YouTube channel called Sorella Avenue. I felt safer to start YouTube with her because I didn't want to be ridiculed alone. I didn't want to be laughed at alone. I didn't want to be exposed alone, which is quite silly, but you know how insecurities can get sometimes. They're unfounded, but they're there, and sometimes we just take a little longer to shake them off. So I've been insecure for a long time, but I feel like I have a lot to offer and I feel like I have a lot to say. Hence, I'm finally doing it. I'm shaking off the negative energy, and I'm here to stay, by the way. So do subscribe. And then I just feel like I'm going to tell you guys a little bit about myself through subtopics like what are my favorite things, what don't I like, pet peeves, random facts, and such and such. And it's not going to be a whole lot, because if I go on and on about myself, I'll never stop. I mean, who knows you better than you know yourself, right? But just to get a brief understanding of the bee. My favorite qualities about myself. I think I'm very forgiving. I am very forgiving. Why do I keep saying I think? Why do I keep doubting what I'm saying? I am very forgiving, which some people can take advantage of. A lot of people have taken advantage of it. But I'm very forgiving. I'm a Christian and I believe in the Word of God. And the Word of God says, be slow to anger and be quick to forgive. And that's what I practice. I try not to go to bed angry. I try not to be upset at people for too long. I really, like, if I feel like you've hurt me and I feel like you have done something to me that's really unfair, I pray about it like, God, please help me to forgive this person. I never go a day when I'm praying. I don't leave out the forgive me and help me to forgive others part, because it's also in the Lord's Prayer. But yeah, I'm very forgiving. I think I'm funny. I think as time goes by on this channel, you might discover that I'm hilarious. At least my sister thinks I'm funny. My best friend thinks I'm funny. They laugh at all my jokes. I could literally go and my little sister will be on the floor like, stop, be funny. I hope. I'm also very thoughtful. I don't get to display this quality quite often, because as much as I'm thoughtful, I feel like I don't have the means to show how thoughtful I am. But in the little things, those who really know me and who've paid attention to my behavior will know that I am actually a very thoughtful person. I give the best gifts. I can't wait to be rich, because when I'm rich, my friends and my family are gonna be so spoiled, because I love to give gifts and I give the best gifts, like the most thoughtful gifts. And then my favorite quality about myself, I am a leader. I'm a natural born leader. Whenever it comes to group projects or things that we have to do amongst my friends or things that we have to do amongst my organization. By the way, I'm part of an organization called Inkosazana. Do check us out on Instagram and Facebook. We are an NPO and we are women for women. We are obsessed with women and we do whatever we can to help empower a woman. So anything that requires some form of leadership, I always end up being in the forefront of it naturally. And I like that about myself. I feel like I don't, when it matters the most, I really don't have hesitation, and I don't doubt myself that much. And then my least favorite traits, I'm very controlling. Like I said, I'm a leader, and oftentimes leaders are very controlling people because they always feel like, I got this, I know what to do. Especially if I'm knowledgeable in whatever we're doing, or I'm familiar, or I've done it before, I'm always in the forefront, like trying to be controlling, which is actually really, really bad, because leaders, I learned in business school, need to also know how to follow, and also need to know how to lead from the back. So that's something that I need to work on. Also, one of my least favorite traits about myself is that for a long time, okay, this one I'm really, really working on, and me starting this YouTube channel is definitely phase 1 of stepping out of this bad trait, and that trait is being apologetic. I've been so apologetic about who I am, what I like, and what I aspire to be. One of the reasons why I haven't started a YouTube channel, even though I've been wanting to for the longest time, is that I've been apologetic about it. Like, I've been second guessing who's gonna watch my channel, what are people gonna think. Some people are gonna be like, who does she think she is, trying to get on YouTube, trying to be an influencer, trying to create content. Like, she's not that interesting. You know, I've been apologetic about being the bee. Some of you might think that's a shocker, I never thought that about you, but actually I have secretly really been holding back on who I really am, and I think I'm getting loosened from those shackles. Get the shackles off my feet so I can So we're stepping out of that zone. And then my least like my worst trait is that I'm a procrastinator, and I think it goes hand in hand with being apologetic, because I hashtag Balapansi girl in my journal. Shout out to Bumi and y'alls. But then I don't go around to actually doing the things that I write down in my journal, because I keep procrastinating. I come up with excuses. I come up with other tasks that are really unnecessary and are holding me back. So I'm definitely working on it. And look at me, taking little tiny baby steps. I finally started a YouTube channel, which is something that I've been procrastinating for a long time. So kudos the bee, well done to me. Let me tell you about my pet peeves, okay? Number 1, up there, top of the list, has to be farts. I hate it when people fart in front of me. Just don't do it. And unfortunately, one of the guys that I'm dating really likes to do it. And it's so weird, because this nigga used to do it from day 1, like while we were still trying to get to know each other. We'd be in the car going to lunch or something, and you know the girlies are always snapping. I'll be here like snapping, and then suddenly there's a funky smell in the car, like, and you know, I mean, you're still trying to get used to a person, so it's not easy to say, did you just fart? And he wouldn't say a thing. He would just slide the window down, like trying to get some air in the car. I don't know how we've made it this far. I really don't know. I just hate farting. I don't fart in front of people, and I don't expect people to fart in front of me. You can occasionally slip the silent one, but make sure that it's not deadly, because you know those silent ones can be like yo. And then I hate, I can't say I hate, hate is strong. I really deeply dislike smokers' breath, bad odor, bad smelly feet, smelly hair. I cannot stand it. Hygiene is important, guys. Let's bathe. Let us bathe. If you're a smoker, always have gum in your pocket. Like, nobody wants, and you know those guys that are heavy smokers, they always in your face. Like, they always want to talk to you, but they want to be like here when they talk to you. I hate it. And then one of my pet peeves is also people who cannot read social cues. Like, there's times when you just don't want to talk, when you're not interested in talking to a stranger, or even someone that you know and love. Like, for me, one person in my life who just cannot read social cues to save her beautiful life is my mother. She will come into the living room, or the dining room as we call it, Elokshini, because we don't have the luxury of having plenty of rooms where this one is designated for this and this. We do everything in the dining room, which is actually the living room or the lounge, where the TV is and the couches are and the coffee table is. Elokshini, that's what it's called, a dining room. Well, that's what we call it anyway, because we're just lazy. And she'll come in and find you chilling, watching your favorite series, and she'll be telling you, shop special summer Protex for 25 rand of sunlight liquid, and she'll come tell you that her boss was cranky and whatnot. And I'm like, but ma, I'm not even listening to you. I'm not making eye contact. I'm not responding. Can you read my face? Can you read my vibe right now? I don't know if she can or she just chooses not to, regardless, because she doesn't stop talking. My goodness, she's a really nice woman, but she really does not stop talking. Love her though. And then, you know what really annoys me? People who insist on singing but cannot sing. You know those mamas at the funeral when the pastor says, and then there's that one mom keys, it's so wonderful. No, they can't sing. Especially as someone who's a musician, it annoys me so much. Like, no, ladies, let us do it. Leave it to the young ones. They know what they're doing. And then last, okay, but not least, people who waste food. I cannot stand it. I hate it when people waste food, especially if it's like good, fresh, delicious food. And I unfortunately live with one of those people. And I just look at her like, children are starving in Africa, Snetemba, and you're throwing away a half-eaten Russian. Do you know how expensive Russian is? There's kids who don't know what that tastes like, and she throws it away. Like, girl. But yeah, there's not much that we can do about that. And then my favorite things, gummy sweets. Definitely top one. I'm obsessed with gummy sweets. I'm finding that the older that I get, I'm losing my sweet tooth, which is very unfamiliar for me, and I don't like it because that used to be my thing. Everybody knows that I love sweets and I don't like sharing sweets. So I often hide them from the people that I live with, and it's become normal, it's expected. And sometimes when they find my stash, they chow it just to get back at me for hiding it in the first place. I love lunch dates. I mean, who doesn't? Good food, good vibes, good pictures for the gram, good pictures for memories, because we don't do everything that we do for the gram, you guys. We do things because we want to experience life. Our parents went through a whole lot of hell during apartheid, or is it apartheid, for us to be not enjoying and eating life with a spoon and a fork and a fucking knife and all of the cutleries. I love church. I don't post about church a lot, but I actually love church. I sing at church, and I'm actually a very active member of my church. One of my favorite things in the whole wide world is my little sister. I think I'm mentioning her for like the 100th time because I'm so obsessed with her. She's like so perfect. And last on my list, obviously I still have a lot to share, but one of the things that I love, cartoons. Yes, at my big age, I watch cartoons. I watch Peppa Pig. Well, I have to watch Peppa Pig because my niece is obsessed with Peppa Pig. I watch a regular show. I watch Phineas and Ferb. I actually don't mind watching cartoons. I really, 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 really love cartoons. I will get up and go and watch cartoons when I'm done with this, by the way. So yeah, that's a little bit about me. Oh, no, I'm not done. Random facts about me, or things that are not public knowledge, or things that you wouldn't see on my social media, or things that are like things that I've done in the past, or accomplishments. I'm blabbing. But anyway, let me get into it. I was a star debater in high school. I actually participated in the National Road Safety Debate. I was part of the Mpumalanga team in 2010, and we took it to nationals and we won the whole thing. I won a camera. Where is that camera? I should be, but no. That camera quality was like a E250 or something, like a VGA or something of that nature. It wouldn't have worked out. And then I won 40,000 Rand for my school. So if you go to Eastern Combined School, the new computer center, or the most recently built computer center, was sponsored by the B. And when I was in grade 9 and 10, Is it 9? Yeah, it's 9 and 10. I was in a dance group called Reflex. My friends and I were like, we were actually like very active teenagers. We had hobbies. And I always tell these kids, I always tell baby girl here that I live with, that you guys don't have, these teenagers, these 2000s rather, they don't have hobbies. We had hobbies and we were so active. We had stuff that we did in the weekends. Other than we weren't obsessed with alcohol and dating and all that. Obviously we dated, but we had hobbies. I mean, I was in a dance group. We used to call ourselves Reflex, and we were really, I think we were okay. We were not that bad because we had like a rival group. I don't remember the name of that group, but like we had a rival group. It was like a real Stomp the Yard vibe. Stomp the Yard. More like trample the pond or the kitty litter or something like that. But yeah, I was in a dance group called Reflex. That was like some of the best years of my life. Another random fact about me is that I can sing, and that's something else that you can expect if you subscribe to my channel. I will be doing some covers after the lockdown, or maybe during the lockdown. I mean, it would be nice. It's nice when you have like backup, like a piano or an instrument. But yeah, we'll see. And then, like I said, when I was talking about my favorite things, the last fact about me is that I don't like sharing food. I really don't like sharing food. I think it's kind of a bad quality, but like, you know what I'm like? Like I'll make, for instance, if I make breakfast or I make lunch, I'll make enough for everybody. Or if we're at a restaurant, everybody gets to order their own thing. Why do you want to get into my plate, gentlemen? I'm subbing you, babe. Yes. Why do you want to get into my plate? You ordered your stuff, so why are you in my food, bruh? I don't like it. I don't like sharing food, and I don't put my hand in other people's food either, because I respect people's plates. But one thing that I definitely don't like to share is gummy sweets. I have stashes, like even in this house right now, I have stashed sweets in secret places, and I don't want to share them. And you know what's the unfortunate part is that if they find my stash, they're gonna chow it just to get back at me for hiding them. But anyway, that's enough about me. I think I've covered everything that I wanted to share with you guys. I hope that you actually sort of know me better, or you just reiterated what you already assumed about me, because I know when we follow each other on Instagram and such, and if we are constantly viewing each other's stories and interacting with each other's posts, we do sort of get an idea of what we're like, you know. Although some people do put on a facade on Instagram and such, we do play we do put on characters. Like sometimes when I'm with my best friends, my two best friends, we are the rich housewives and we put on that character, but we're not like that, guys. We're really not like that. We do play like that even off camera or off Instagram. We do joke around about how rich we are and whatnot. But yeah, we do sort of get a feel of how a person is, especially if they're a frequent poster like myself. Like I post quite a bit. You know, if you're really a detective, you'll put two and two together and have an idea of what my life is like, because I post a lot. But I don't post for validation, you guys. I just like to share. I like to share, and I show you what I want you to see. So don't be out here thinking that, oh, we know everything about her. La. I show you what I want you to see, and I think I'm very genuine on my Instagram. I don't post anything that is like fake or I don't know. Yeah, but you get it. Because a lot of people, you know, it's been trending on Twitter that people just post for clout and whatnot. People go to fancy stores and pose there but not buy anything. I don't do all of that. Anything that I do, I can either afford or belongs to someone very, very close to me. So I don't post anything that's like far-fetched. But yeah, what can you expect from my YouTube channel? You can expect to be plugged on anything and everything that saves you money. I am a budget queen. I am an extreme cheapskate, okay? Not like TLC level cheapskate, but I actually am really, really good at budgeting, and I'm really, really good at stretching around. And my friends are always like, Hannah, where did you get that? That's so cute. And I'm like, you won't believe it. And they never believe where I get this stuff, because they never expect to find cute things where I find cute things. So I'll be plugging you guys on cute things that I find for ridiculously priced ridiculous prices. I'll be doing covers, so if you love music, subscribe. I'll be doing workouts because I do like to stay fit. I'll be doing reviews, and I'll also be doing interviews because did I say it? Or did I say it in the first take? Because I took quite a few takes before this one. But I will be doing interviews because it's always been my dream to have like a little talk show. So once in a while there will be an interview on this channel. So thank you guys for tuning into the video. I hope you liked it. I hope you enjoyed it. And I'd love to hear from you. Please comment down below. Tell me what you think of the video. Tell me what you want to hear from me. Tell me what you want me to talk about. Tell me what you want me to plug you on. If you've seen something on my story that you'd like clarity on, or on my Instagram, or advice or anything, please let me know. Let me talk about it. I'm really open to sharing as much as I possibly can with you guys. Don't forget to subscribe. Tell your friend to subscribe. Tell your mom to subscribe. Your mom has a Gmail account. You make her subscribe to my channel. Okay, please. Thank you guys so much for watching. I love you. The biggest commandment in the Bible is that we should love one another. So love yourself, but love those around you too. Take care.